Good morning, dear student. Chapter 1 Number System Exercise 1.2. Question number 1. State whether the following statements are true or false. First statement we are given every irrational number is a real number. So, dear student, we know very well real number set R. Real number set R. It contains rational as well as irrational number, right? Every irrational number, so irrational number, they are present, they lie in real number set. So every irrational number at last it is a real number. So our given statement is true, right? Now number 2, every point on the number line is of the form root m where m is a natural number, where m is a natural number. So every point on the number line, so this is the number line 0, 1, 2, like the infinite, -1, -2, at the left side also infinite numbers are. Suppose we are taking on the number line one number, suppose this one, and it is 1.5. okay, between 1 and 2 exactly middle point, that is 1.5. Now every point on the number line is of the form of root m where m is a natural number. Suppose we take root m is equal to 1.5. so if you do square both sides it becomes m. So here you are getting 15 square 225 and 2.25. so here m, it is not a natural number, you can see. So m does not belong to capital M. So it is not necessary root m connected point on number line and then m is in the form of natural number, right? Suppose we take another example, this one 2.5. so root m is equal to 2.5. if you are making square both sides, m is equal to 6.25. again m is not a natural number. So at the end we conclude that given statement it is false. So this is our answer, right? First was true, second false. Now number 3 you can read every real number is an irrational. Again I repeat, in the first statement we write like this: R real number set, it is made of rational as well as, I have written this union, irrational number. Now every real number, that means suppose you are taking from this one, so it is not an irrational number. Suppose you are taking 3/5 from R, so 3/5 it is a real number but it is not irrational number. So every real number doesn't need to be irrational number. So given statement it is false. So this is our answer. So first was true, second false, third was false. Question number 2, are the square root of all positive integers irrational? So very first we write square root of all positive integers. Yes, we take 1, square root of 1, it is 1, so it is rational. Square root of 2 we cannot find, it is root 2 itself. So first was rational, second irrational, root 3 Square root of positive integer, square root of 3. So again it is irrational. So square root of 4, that is 2. Again it is rational because 2 upon 1 you can write. Square root of 5, so you cannot find answer, so it is irrational. So here our question, are the square root of all positive integers irrational? So it is wrong, because root 1, that is 1, it is rational. Okay, so root 1 rational, root 4 rational. Again you find square root of 9, you get 3, and 3 can be represented as 3 upon 1, so it is rational number, right? So that is not necessary that the square root of all positive integers are irrational. So again our given statement is wrong, and we have given example. Suppose you are taking square root of 16, so it is 4. It is not irrational, it is a rational, right? So this is the example which we require. You can write root 1 1, root 4 2, root 9 3, root 16 4. This way you can find some example whose square root are rational. Dear student, question number 3. So how root 5 can be represented on the number line? So very first we will draw a number line with the help of pencil and scale. Yes, so here you can see I have drawn a number line. Yes, we are drawing a number line. On the number line we are taking corresponding point to 0, so we denote 0 and corresponding point O. Now we are taking 1 unit. Here we accept 3 centimeter as 1 unit, so that is our 1. Again 3 centimeter, that is next plus 1, that means our 2. Okay, so 3 centimeter will be 1 unit for this figure. Okay, now here we are drawing a perpendicular of 3 centimeter, that means of 1 unit at 2. We take a point, as 2. So a is the corresponding to 2 on the number line. We are drawing a perpendicular of 1 unit. 1 unit we have taken 3 centimeter in this figure. So this is our perpendicular, and we give it name line segment AP. Okay, so it is a right angle. Now if we join line segment OP, that means we are getting a right angle triangle and line segment OP as hypotenuse. Okay dear students, now see this unit, this measurement is of 2, and this one it is of 1. Very carefully, yes, this one is of 2 for our kind information. Now see, here we have to find OP, and then that distance, that measurement should be drawn, located on the number line. We give name small l as number line. Now you can see right angle triangle PAO. So I write here. Now carefully see, we are using Pythagoras theorem. I write here, in a right angle triangle PAO, you can see dear student, PAO, according to Pythagoras theorem you can write OP square hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of other two sides. That means PA square plus OA square. Here we denote in the bracket, we write this one with the help of Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, otherwise equal to, because OP we do not have, PA, so we write bracket square plus OA square, that is bracket square. In the bracket we write, yes, PA that was 1, OA, so OA that was 2, 1 square 1 plus 2 square 4 is equal to 5. So at the end we got, therefore OP square is equal to 5. When OP square is equal to 5, we require OP measurement. That means we have to write, therefore OP is equal to, here we have got square root left side, so as well as at the right side root 5. So OP distance, it is now root 5. So we denote in the figure, this one it is root 5. So we take this distance on the number line with the help of rounder. So we take rounder, yes, here we are putting, and like that OP measurement we are taking, and we are taking an arc with center O, with center O. Yes, dear student, you can see OP measurement you are getting down on number line. So when it intersect line L, here you are giving name B, and this point it is corresponding to root 5. So here 2, 1, 2 square plus 1 square, 4 plus 1, 5, it is the OP square, and OP is equal to root 5. So here we write here this point which we give name B. So here we will write here B is the corresponding point to root 5 on the number line. So dear student, this way you can find root 7, root 17 directly by this method. Otherwise we know very well, step by step, if you want to get root 2, root 3, root 4, root 5, root 6 continuously we can get, but directly if we want we can use this method. Again you can see here the question was to locate root 5 on the number line, and very first we drew number line, we take 2 units on the number line and perpendicular of 1 unit, and with the help of Pythagoras theorem we get hypotenuse root 5, and then we locate with the help of rounder, we drew an arc and got the point corresponding to root 5 on the number line. Okay dear students, so we completed question number 3.